This right here is the most painless spot for me. Put it right in. Boom. Pull it right out. It's good to go.
Well, that seemed easy enough.
Across the US, a quiet medical revolution is taking place. In kitchens and bathrooms, people are literally taking their health into their own hands by injecting themselves with peptides.
I'm not being paid to post about these. Like, I genuinely am obsessed.
Essentially short chains of amino acids that send signals to cells in the body, peptides are being marketed with a long list of dramatic claims. Effortless weight loss, anti-aging, glowing skin, cognitive improvements.
The peppers are life-changing, and it's actually crazy how quickly they will change you.
Now, a formerly murky industry is going mainstream.
People look at you like you're crazy, and then they start seeing your results, and they're like, whoa.
But there's a catch. While established peptides like Ozempic are strictly regulated, countless others are manufactured in unlicensed Chinese factories, bypass US health authorities, and are sold in a legal grey area labelled not for human consumption.
Do not go near these unregulated peptides.
We don't know the long-term effects. These are the known unknowns.
I want to understand why people risk taking unproven and potentially dangerous peptides.
I'm just willing to do anything. When I heard about it, I just was like, I'll try it.
And what's really inside them.
This is incredible though, right?
Austin, Texas. I've come to meet a fitness influencer called Ryan Johnson. He's built a large following on TikTok, showcasing an aspirational life built around cars, bodybuilding, and making lots of money.
At 22, I got my own house and my dream car. Here's 3 things I wish I knew sooner to becoming successful in life.
Some of that income comes from educating his audience about buying and using peptides.
Everyone's been talking about these little bad boys right here, peptides, but no one's talking about what the fuck do you do when you actually get this shit in the mail?
He recently moved here from Miami and lives in a quiet cul-de-sac in the city's suburbs.
Hey, what's going on, boys?
Adam, how you doing, man?
Good, how are you? This right here is the Austin Mansion.
Oh, wow.
Kind of is.
Awesome, man.
This is where we get big, this is where we get jacked. So right here in the middle drawer is where we have all the special supplements.
Wow.
Got a wide variety of them. We got the big old retatrutide right here. Everyone's heard about that one. So right here we got BPC and TB500. So this is a copper peptide. Help your face look better, help your hair look better, help your nails look better. You know, PT141, this is for actually in the bedroom, you know? So it's gonna increase performance in the bedroom.
Where do you get them all from?
Yeah, so you didn't get them all from China. All peptides come from China. Well, you just find a supplier and you kind of ask around in certain communities, certain discords, and then you kind of just give it your best shot.
So just kind of like inject and hope.
Yeah, I've been doing it so long that I'm like, first off, I know what to look for. If you do a bad injection, if it's a bad thing, you'll instantly know.
Ryan takes several different peptides daily, including one, melanotan, that makes his skin more tanned.
All you do is you take your peptide of choice. Let's say, I'll take a little GHK right here.
And have you ever done like a course or something to learn how to do this?
There's a lot of information out there, Reddit, YouTube. Once you get the hang of it, it's like, oh, this is simple. You know, I'm not gonna die when I do it. That's what a lot of people are scared of. Put it right in. Boom, pull it right out. It's good to go.
Ryan's preoccupation with his look goes back to his insecure teenage years at high school.
This would have been like 17 years old. I was an easy person to disrespect because I wouldn't stand up for myself physically or mentally, right? And I get a lot of young men come to me that are like, I want to feel respected by the people around me, so I want to get bigger and I want to look better, you know, but also change what I see in myself. So if you change what you see in yourself, you won't allow people to treat you that way.
Okay.
It was time to hit the gym.
Let's go get a peptide pump.
Ryan took me to his local spot, where he works out several times a week. As well as boosting his hair and skin, he says the peptides he takes help with his recovery.
It's popping out decent.
Are these some of the poses you would?
Yeah, this would be like side chest. I think every man needs to feel like a man, right? Do you think the 300-pound fat kid feels good about himself? Fuck no, no. No, he does not like himself, and all his friends bully him. Because everything comes with a risk, of course. But for me, it's so worth it.
Ryan is willing to trade his long-term health for a better physique, and perhaps a way to overcome his insecurities. But with most of these peptides facing zero government testing, the risks he's taking are very real. Dr. Topol is a cardiologist and a respected figure in evidence-based medical research. He's become one of the most prominent skeptics of the peptide industry.
What draws people to this?
Well, for one, we have this massive impact of influencers. The doctors won't tell you about these magical peptides, but I will.
So what are some of the dangers?
Well, most of these come from China. And when they have been studied by independent labs, 20% or so aren't even what the peptides they say they are supposed to be. And they often can contain impurities. You know, one of the very popular groups of peptides is related to growth hormone. And while that could increase some muscle mass, it has no proven effect on promoting longevity or lifespan. But what it could do is unleash tumor progression. We don't know the long-term effects. These are the known unknowns.
And yet, despite those risks, it's remarkably easy to go online and purchase a huge variety of unregulated grey market peptides.
Okay, this is peptidesforsale.net. On the homepage, peptides for sale are for laboratory as well as research purposes. Therefore, they've misspelled that, are not for human consumption. That's a message they have to include for legal reasons.
An archived version of the website featured 43 different peptides, marketed for uses like improving memory and muscle growth, all available without a prescription or medical supervision.
They say it's going to be here in 3 to 4 days. No idea how good they are or what's in them, but easy enough to buy.
The grey market is the cheapest way to buy peptides. But now, the internet is seeing a surge in companies that appear more legitimate, who claim they can guarantee a product's purity and safety. In Texas, one family-run startup is trying to do just that, using doctor-backed prescriptions to rebrand peptides as mainstream medicine.
So this company, founded by these three sisters, they're setting up here today. It's a Women in Business event. Hi, I'm Adam. Nice to meet you, Drew. How are you doing?
The founders had spent years running a prosthetic limb company, but after experiencing their own positive outcomes with peptides, they pivoted.
How you doing? So who's buying peptides from you?
Everyday middle America people. A lot of it is middle-aged women who are trying to figure out how to balance their hormones through perimenopause and menopause. For men who are middle-aged, who are exhausted and tired and burned out and figuring out why they can't go and do what they used to do. Like, people look at you like you're crazy, and then they start seeing your results and they're like, whoa, like maybe I should look into this. Maybe this is something I need to look into.
While the team had embraced peptide use for themselves and their customers, the owners had very different views of the COVID vaccine.
So I was anti-vax. So I didn't get it. It didn't make sense to me. Then I started learning that it could do different things in your body and it reacted differently with people and all this stuff that you see online. So I was just kind of like, hold on a second, this is something not natural to the system.
I suppose some people might say that there is a bit of a contradiction there. You mentioned it yourself, because the COVID vaccine was tested so thoroughly by the FDA, by governments around the world, and you didn't want to take that, but peptides which have not undergone anything like the same testing, you're happy to take. So how do you sort of square that?
I don't know if I have an exact reason. I don't know if there's actually words that I can put together, except for the fact that I understand that the peptides are the amino acids, which are the building bases of protein. My body needs that.
Drew and her company had organized the so-called peptide party that night, where they hoped to educate locals on the benefits and drum up some business. Though the party ended up being less popular than they'd hoped.
These used to be closely guarded secrets, what the celebrities were doing. We are not the doctors, but we have a path to get you the best protocol for yourself.
The gathering was less a party and more a sales pitch for various peptides.
So this is actually me. I was a big one. I lost 30 to 40 pounds from November to May.
This is one that I utilize. The Wolverine stack. After the comic book character, everything just heals up so fast.
Okay, first winner we have
Elaine.
That's me.
Oh, there you
I left feeling concerned by what I'd just seen.
They say their customers have the opportunity to consult with doctors, and they claim the purity is very high of the product. But we're not just talking about taking a vitamin pill that you get from the pharmacy, and we really have no idea what they could do to the human body in the future. These are salespeople, they don't have any medical background. And the fact they're in there making these bold claims about what the peptides they're selling could do to people, it's a little bit troubling.
I was realizing that part of the appeal of peptides is that they exist outside the medical establishment, a DIY solution in a country where millions struggle to afford basic health care.
We're on our way to upstate New York to meet Heather. Heather has been taking peptides for several months. She's suffered from chronic pain for years, and she says peptides are the only thing that have worked.
She recently left New York City for a small town upstate, where she's attempting to recover from her illnesses and rebuild her career as an artist.
Hello.
Hello. How you doing?
Welcome. Good. Come on in.
Adam, nice to meet you.
Heather, great to meet you.
Nice to meet you, Heather. Thank you.
Thank you guys for coming. Come on in. I haven't been able to paint for 3 years. I couldn't even paint. Like, looking down hurts so much. And so this was the first thing I got to paint like a few months ago.
Heather started taking a peptide called BPC 157 in early 2026.
So this one's for inflammation and building muscle.
So this is your daily routine now. Did you ever think you'd be doing something like this?
No, never. I'm just willing to do anything. So when I heard about it, I just was like, I'll try it.
Before starting on peptides, Heather kept a video diary of her health journey.
Like, not only has this been so hard to get help and like exist, like I feel so disposed of by people, my friends, my family, and like obviously insurance companies. Don't know what the answer.
How many doctors have you seen before you tried peptides?
And it's probably somewhere in the realm of 40 to 50. Mostly they were not helpful. Huge part of it, I think, is being a woman. I was really judged for being crazy, not taken seriously.
Some peptides have been FDA approved, a lot haven't, including some of the ones you take. How concerned are you about side effects?
I'm honestly not concerned. It just doesn't seem that bad. I mean, like, it's literally a naturally occurring amino chain acid that happens in your body, and they're recreating it in a lab. I don't trust the FDA is doing the right thing. I think they're doing what's gonna make them money. So I'm kind of like with a grain of salt on if it's FDA approved or not.
Back home in New York, my peptides had arrived.
All right, so yeah, it's not the most official package I've ever seen. I've been speaking with a man who runs a company that tests peptides that's based in Austin. So I'm going to send these to him and we'll see if they are what they claim to be.
A couple of weeks later, the results arrived.
Wow. Okay. The ipamorelin, there is 0 ipamorelin in it. 0% detected. What they have detected is arsenic and lead. The lab can't identify what it is. They just know it's not ipamorelin, which is what we thought we were buying. And people are getting this and injecting it.
The results brought home how unsafe grey market peptides can be. I wanted to speak to Ryan one last time. Did he realise that what he's doing could be dangerous, both for himself and the people he's influencing?
Given we don't know much about the long-term effects of peptides, are you being irresponsible by sort of promoting them and providing them to people?
Yeah, it's a really good question. I mean, the first thing I will say is we never know. We never know, you know, because they still are branded to the market. Personally, from my experience, they've been quite well. I've never seen anything go super bad. Now, maybe there's a long-term side effect 30 years down the road. We have no clue. So am I being irresponsible? I can't tell you 100% yes or no. I don't know. I try my best. I try to guide people with what I've done. Maybe I am long-term, or maybe it's the most life-changing thing that has ever came to the market, possibly. People need to self-educate, it's the biggest thing. A lot of people kind of leave up their health and their future to other people. But it's like we have the internet now. You can take it into your own hands, and that's kind of what's amazing.
For Ryan, the rewards outweigh the risks. And in a culture increasingly obsessed with appearance and impatient with traditional medicine, perhaps that's no surprise. But while we may be temporarily fixing our flaws, the true long-term costs remain unknown.